Good evening and welcome to the Red Door Bash, and I'm delighted to be here. My name's Geoff Fleming. I'm actually a physician here in Nashville. I work in a pediatric ICU, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my story and who I am. So in August of 2019, I had some back pain that we couldn't figure out, and I went to see my physician, and the short story is that I ended up with a diagnosis of cholangiocarcinoma that was metastatic. It's a unusual or rare tumor of the liver, and mine is a stage 4 cancer for which, unfortunately, the numbers are dismal. 5-year survival is less than 5%. So I'm getting palliative chemotherapy. I know that seems a little hard to believe. I've got hair and I look like I'm feeling pretty good, and I actually do, which is a great blessing. But I'm not just a physician here in town with cancer. I'm a father, and I am a husband. So this is a picture of my family and my wife of 23 years and my 3 daughters who are 19, 16, and 14. And so we came to Gilda's Club very soon after my diagnosis in October, and I work in an environment where I talk to families about end-of-life care, and I really didn't believe I needed a cancer support group. We came really for the kids, and turns out I was so incredibly wrong. I'm so grateful to have been able to be here, and the main benefit of my interaction with Gilda's Club has been my Gilda's Club family, and we have a group of us that got together early on, and all of us have fairly rotten diagnoses, and we've been able to be together, and our families have been able to be together. Because although I wasn't sure I needed a cancer support group, it turns out, how do you get through Christmas when it might be your last? What do you get your wife on your 23rd wedding anniversary when it might be your last? What do you say to your children? How do you talk to them about the fact that you may not be there for their graduations or their marriages or just their little joys in life? And thank God for Gilda's Club, because I got a group of people here who help me answer these questions. And I didn't realize I would fall so deeply in love with these women that I'm sharing a cancer diagnosis with. They are incredible. We call each other when we are filled with anxiety about our scans, and we talk about our side effects and our medications, and we help each other, and we sometimes just prop each other up on days when you need propping up. And so for me, I really didn't think I needed a Gilda's Club. I didn't think I needed a cancer support group. And the amazing thing is that I did, and my children did, and they have benefited so much from being around these other families. I don't know how long I've got left. It may be, I may be gone before next year's Red Door Bash. I have no idea. But I do know that I've got an opportunity here at Gilda's Club to be with a group of people who understand what that's like, and who understand how to try and take the moment of a normal day in a life and make it special, but not imbue it with too much emotional baggage. And that's what we're all doing, is living one day at a time. There are just some of us that are really wondering how many days we have. So, I'm so grateful for Gilda's Club and what they've done. When I walked in the door, nobody asked, could I pay for my counseling? They just open the doors. Mine is a family that can afford to pay for counselors and therapists, and we do. But we wouldn't have found the kind of support that we found at Gilda's Club, a group of other families going through a cancer diagnosis. So I like you, am invited to these sorts of events all the time. We're a two-physician family, and we have an opportunity to provide philanthropy for lots of different groups around town. And so what I would say is that tonight you are supporting not just people like my family, but people from all walks of socioeconomic classes, because Gilda's Club does not ask when you walk in the door, can you pay, what's your income? They just provide the services, and they are invaluable, whether you think you need them or not, as it turns out. And so what I would ask you tonight is to reflect on your own family. You're probably here because you know somebody with cancer. I'm hopeful that you are a long-term survivor, and you're just grateful for what Gilda's Club did for you. Or maybe, unfortunately, you're in the position my family will be in, where you've lost a loved one. Whatever brought you here tonight, I hope that you'll reflect on the families that can benefit from Gilda's Club and what they do. When you look at their financials, about a third of their operating expenses come from the kind of philanthropy that we're doing tonight. And I hope you'll remember that, because you're supporting families like mine who will walk in the door one day shattered and broken. And Gilda's Club will help put them back together, as they've done my family. And so thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the evening, and thank you for listening to my story.